Hey guys, Will here. Today we're going to review this long-term review, Lumintop Antman. Brightest, smallest flashlight in the world? Stay tuned. Alright, so let's unbox this. Okay, so you got the flashlight, manual, and that's it from the box. There's already a battery installed. Actually, I had this flashlight for quite a while, so this is more of a long-term review. But I just didn't give the time to actually review it. I actually got into a cycling accident, so now I'm more stuck indoors, so I might as well pump out some reviews while I'm at it. Actually, if you want to see my cycling crash, you can see on my other channel. I have another YouTube channel, Singapore Untold, and I can like put the link in if you're curious about it. And actually, you can, if you want to give any pity subscribes, you can also subscribe to that. But yeah, crashed my bike and broke my collarbone, and this is actually already starting to heal up, so pretty cool. Anyway, to the flashlight, brightest, smallest flashlight in the world. It is a 14500 lithium ion flashlight. That's what's in here. It is a LEP flashlight, which is a laser excitor phosphor. I don't know, I've been out of the game for quite a while. I forget what it stands for, but basically you have a laser just pointing towards here to a phosphor substrate, then making that bright, and then the optics will project that into a very tight beam, and that'll make it like a super thrower. So that's what's pretty cool. Let's go through the manual. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, 165 lumens, not quite a lot, but it was surprising how bright it can be because it's focusing all that brightness into a singular point. Runtime 62 minutes, depending, or 50 minutes, more or less an hour, depending on which capacity of battery you have. There's intensity deluxe, distance 590 meters. I think some people are quite disappointed in the, maybe like the how far it throws, from what I've read and what people are talking about. And I would just say, like, whenever you're looking at different ratings like this, like if you look at a 2 kilometer flashlight, usually it's more of like a 1 kilometer use, and something like 1 kilometer is more of 500 meters, and then so this 500 meters is more like a 200 meter kind of thing. Impact resistance 1 meter, and IPX 8 underwater for 2 meters. That's pretty good. Size 100 meters, millimeters, not 100 meters, 100 millimeters, 22 millimeters thickness here, and we're at 19 millimeters here. Very tubular design, very sleek, and very easy to EDC and put in the pocket. Very small flashlight. Okay, we have a glow in the dark on the front, this little O-ring. Let's see if that actually shows. Maybe not so much. But, and we have a rear clicky. It's a forward clicky if you wanted to do any SOS. It's very simple and very easy to operate, not digital. Dual side clip it this way or the other way. I don't know if anyone's gonna clip this onto their cap or anything, but I guess you have the option if you want to put it in your pocket this way or that way. 5-year warranty. Wow, that's pretty good. Lumintop makes pretty good quality stuff, so I don't think you actually have to even worry about the warranty. They've been pretty reliable. Okay, so you know, LEP's like claim to fame is just offering the brightest singular point, like searchlight style of flashlight in the most compact form that you can possibly get. That's what it does. It's just like any other LEP flashlight. So there's nothing that can outthrow this. I think for the size, it would have to be something wider. It would have to be something bigger. And I would say the equivalent actually is, bring out some other flashlights. We have a Phoenix TK30, another LEP, and I'm gonna bring out this, my little aspheric thrower. This is a single mode 3 amp 1000 lumen thrower. Now this singular mode throws by eyeball equivalent to roughly the low mode of this, which is around the same amount of lumens. And it throws equivalent to this 1000 lumens. So this is like 3 amps and, you know, like about 3000, you know, capacity battery. This is going to have like a runtime of an hour. So an hour runtime, an hour of runtime. When you have this focused in, and their throw is about the same, and you can see the difference is like, it's a lot. So you can see, I mean, you practically can put this within this. So that really shows you the advantage of LEP. Yeah, let me show the weight actually. Okay, so let's show the weight. This Lumintop Antman weighs in at 84. Nice, 84 grams. Unique fire, aspheric with battery 221. Wow, nearly 3 times the weight. Phoenix TK 213 grams. These are almost the same. Wow, so it's like almost, these are like weighing almost 3 times as much as that. So that's crazy. It's a crazy amount of difference, right? What would you rather carry? Something that's more thinner like this and more lighter, or something bigger like that? The equivalent is more like, this is the throw equivalent of like the low on this, and the equivalent of this 1000 lumen aspheric thrower. Okay, so let's go through the pros and cons. Pros is, of course, the brightness for the size is damn bright for the size, but I guess like some people are complaining that it's not that bright, or maybe they're a little bit disappointed because it's still a 500 meter rated flashlight. So 500, you know, usually that means the moonlight at 500 meters. So it's more like a 200 meter kind of flashlight. So don't have like super high expectations for this, but it's definitely the brightest for its size. I don't think you can get a flashlight that's brighter than this. I think LEP is definitely the best technology for the most brightest throwers. Okay, and which is equivalent of like this, of the low end, or this, in terms of throw by eyeball. Waterproof design, that I like that this is a singular mode. There's no digital switches. We got the O-rings on the side, and this rubber boot is pressed in with the little retaining ring, so it offers like that very traditional waterproof design, which, you know, you can just dunk, and I'm pretty sure you actually can swim with this if you wanted to. So that's definitely better for marine environments. I think LEPs are really the best in marine environments where there's just a vast amount of space, and if you wanted to search for like buoys, markers, debris in the water, other boats, stuff like that, you know, it would be really, really useful. But it's still an environment that there's a lot of salt water, salt air, and that's really bad for electronics. So I wouldn't trust this with a digital switch inside a marine environment, and definitely not this. So, and I definitely would trust this. So if you're like, I don't know, if you're kayaking and like you want an emergency flashlight to carry with you in case you get lost, like, and you get stranded out in the ocean in the middle of the night, this is nice to have. Or if you have a boat or whatever, I think this is nice. Or any open space, farmland, this kind of stuff, you know, it's really excellent for a thrower. So equivalent of just like a much bigger flashlight. That's what LEP really does the best. Waterproof in that. Okay, so let's go through the cons. Annoying clip. Let's unscrew this. Basically the tail cap is pressing into clip, so every time you do it, this thing wants to come out. I don't know, it's really a nitpick. It's not horrible, but I don't know, maybe they could have used some kind of O-ring to keep it or not. Maybe I'm being too nitpicky, but I have to pick a con because this is a actual review. And let's see, what are cons? It's a generic look. You're just, you know, if you use this to do some kind of Instagram shot, it's just so boring. It looks like just a normal flashlight. Doesn't look like anything special, so it's definitely not going to win any, you know, beauty queen awards or anything like that. So that's definitely another con. And maybe you can say price. I think this goes around 100. You always pay more for LEPs. I'm not really sure what they're going for nowadays, but because I think I bought around 100 around half a year ago. But yeah, just nothing special in the looks and the price. You know, you have to be willing to spend for LEPs. Conclusion, who's this for? Who is this not for? I would say this is definitely for LEP collectors. If you like to collect LEPs, put this in your stable and just yet another LEP flashlight, and you know, in a new form factor, very small form factor, and it's definitely going to be the brightest in this form factor. Who's this not for? For the casual flashlight user, they might not want to get it because for bang for buck, you know, you should honestly get something like this as your first LEP, something in the 1 kilometer kind of rating. That'll be definitely more show off. It'll show off, excite you more for you and for muggles, anyone else. This will not, you know, it will not make you super shocked about it. It really is. I think it's a pretty cool flashlight, and I like that it's a singular, you know, output mode, because I just don't like the I just don't like, I like a waterproof design, and I don't think that LEPs should have low modes or any kind of strobe mode. I really don't think so, because you're paying all the extra money for the flashing. You might as well use the absolute brightest of it, because why would you just, like I said before in one of my other reviews, why would you, if you find yourself using this in the low mode all the time, you just might as well just get this and use this in a single high mode. One is much heavier, one is more pocketable. Okay, so that's it. Beamshots will be coming up with various other different type of flashlights to compare with different distances, and so anyway, like, share, subscribe, all that free stuff they can do to help the channel, and thanks for all the people who stuck with me, who still subscribe. Thanks a lot. Okay, Beamshots coming up. Beamshots, let's go. Start with the Solar Force on the left and Antman on the right. Okay, about 50 meters, 1000 lumens, reflector, X-Bill high versus LEP, much tighter beam pattern, no spill, and by eyeball, the LEP is brighter at 165 lumen versus 1000. Okay. Next is a 1000 lumen aspheric, also an XPL high LED. Okay, so this two is actually, I would say they're quite similar in the throw. It's just that the aspheric has a bigger beam, slightly bigger. Right, for the difference. About 50 meters. Okay. So pretty good. LEP, this tiny Antman, is comparable to a small aspheric. And now let's do LEP versus LEP. Phoenix TK30, and we'll start it with the low. Low should be around 100 lumens, so it's 100 lumens versus a 165 lumens on the thing, on the Antman. So tighter beam pattern on the Phoenix, and I would actually say the Phoenix is brighter. Yeah, wow, the Phoenix at 100, let me see, visually, yeah, I would say visually the Phoenix actually at 100 lumens looks brighter. It's like a tighter beam pattern. Obviously the housing of the Phoenix is bigger, so if you're looking for more throw, obviously the bigger the LEP, the better. And let's go into the high of the Phoenix, and no comparison. Now it's like, oof, what is that, 400 something lumens versus 165. Yeah, no comparison. Phoenix is definitely a tighter beam between the two. Go back to the low. Yeah, slightly more tighter. The bigger housing with it. So the bigger housing means a bigger lens, so it can focus a bit tighter. So I guess that's why the 100 lumens looks brighter than this one. In terms of size, you can probably fit the Antman inside the TK30. It is the size, it's smaller than the size of the battery that the TK30 takes. But yeah, don't expect miracles from this flashlight. But you can see it's pretty impressive. It's comparable to LED 18650 size flashlights, and in a more portable EDC format. Beamshots about 70 meters, and let's start off with the KR4 MSR. Alright, full, whatever, 4,000 lumens-ish. SST 20 LEDs, 4 emitters. Okay, next up, we have the MSR, also the D4S, the V2 with Osram, which makes it a massive thrower, especially with the bigger optics. Dope. Full power, 4,000 or whatever ish. Okay. go with the one that you're looking for, Lumintop Antman, 165 lumens. much smaller beam. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to compare with my eyeball. So right side. So yeah, obviously the Antman is brighter. It's just more floody. You can see it's much brighter. With road and that to be expected because KR4 is kind of all around beam pattern. Okay, full power on the. Whew, good lord! Wow, this is more comparable. But damn, it's getting hot. Oof, it's getting hot. I would say that this Osram can be brighter. It looks like. Oh damn! Holy moly! Okay. Alright, that was the most brightest. So if I put this on the 5th level, nah. Okay, so if it's not the full brightest, then yes. Full brightest, this MSR D4S V2 with the Osram can actually outthrow this thing. But it gets super hot like instantly. This Lumintop is just running super cool. It's barely warm, barely. So this at the 4th level. Just this 4th level on this 4 out of 5 when I have it split up is not as bright as the Lumintop Antman. Ouch. And how about TK30, 1 point something meters. Eesh. Okay, low versus the 1 level. So let's see. Yeah, actually, like I said before, I would say that the TK30, it's a tighter beam because the optic is bigger, and that gives it slightly brighter, despite lower lumens, slightly brighter beam. And put that in. Oof, lordy. Nice. I'm not even gonna bring the W30 ace beam out. It will toast every one of these lights, but still, it's pretty cool. This Antman is, as you can see, if you look at these, the Antman's tiny. If you look at the size of this. Whew. Beamshots, 120 meters. Starting off with the Lumintop Antman. Let's go. Let's get it. There you go. There you go. Lumintop Antman. Oh yeah. Next up, let's go with this MSR D4S V2 and 4 SRAM emitters. Dang, let's get it going. Yeah, Osram, the Throwmaster. It's alright. Damn good. Next up, let's go with the Phoenix TK30 in low. Starting in low. Alright. Yeah, not so bright. But similar to this Lumintop Antman. Put it into high. Yes. Okay then. Antman on the left, TK30 on the right. This on low. Get a good feeling. Kind of comparable. This on high. Phoenix on high. 120 meters. Alright, 400 meter target. That building in the center, and start with the P60, the weakest one, weakest throw. A nice average flashlight that you would have, 1000 lumens in a reflector. It'll gross, can barely hit that. Can't even hit that building. Next, atmospheric. Let's do this. Slightly lighting it up. Very, very slight. Nah. X Lumintop Antman. Single mode, 165 lumens. And yeah, similar to Aspheric. Similar to LEP. And then let's go with the Phoenix TK30 in low. And yeah, low is not so great. And so let's go into high. Where's the button? Okay, here's the button. And high. Much better. Yes. It's simple. Yes. Much better. So 400 meters, yeah. You get the 1K, 1 kilometer plus LEPs are much better for that. Yeah, I can definitely see. I mean, the building is black, except for this top part. But yeah. Once more, let's get the Antman. Let's point at the white part. Yeah, nah. Yeah, no. That even at the white part in the center of the building, hardly, very, very slightly lighting it up. Yeah, 400 meters.